And one of the projects that I work on is the school-based health centers. We have a large grant from the Department of Public Health and Environment that funds our 4 health clinics. They are located at Crawford Elementary, Laredo CDC, Central High School, and also Gateway High School. We are open year round, and I'm here today just to kind of share some more information about the clinics and invite students to come. And our main goal is really to keep students healthy so that they can continue to learn. So the clinics are open for all APS students and their younger siblings. You can see any one of the clinics that you'd like. It is suggested that you call for an appointment, however, walk-ins are available. And you can see any one that you like, as I mentioned. So whichever one has the soonest appointment time, or whichever one is closest to you, whatever you like. We all operate on the same system. So the clinics do accept most insurances except for Kaiser and Denver Health. We're not able to bill for those. We do accept Medicaid. We can also help get enrolled in Medicaid. And if you don't have insurance, you are still welcome to come and make an appointment with the clinics. We operate, if you don't have insurance, we operate on a sliding scale of $0 to $7. So you'll never pay more than $7 for some services at the health clinic. Let's see. Do you want me to share many, or I can just keep kind of?
Yes, let me go. Okay, it's all yours.
All right. I will share with you guys our brochure, which, let's see which one it is. Just a moment. Let me find the right tab here. Sorry. Here we go. Can everyone see this brochure?
Yes.
Yes, good. So this explains just a little bit more about the services that we provide. So we have physical health, behavioral health, and dental health. Our physical health is provided through Every Child Pediatrics. And they offer services such as immunizations, also well child visits, sick child visits if your student is experiencing ear pain or strep throat. Those services are all handled within the health clinics, as well as physicals if they're in sports, and some other minor injuries and illness. The behavioral health is provided by Aurora Mental Health, and they can see students, they can be seen by a counselor for anxiety or bullying or any other trauma or stress that they're experiencing. They're welcome to go and visit with a behavioral health provider. And then our dental health is provided by Children's Hospital Colorado. They are currently not seeing patients in the students or in the clinics, but you can call for an appointment and they will get you in at an offsite location there at the hospital. On this second page here is where you can see the addresses and phone numbers of each one of the clinics. And there's also a little QR code that can maybe help you get there a little bit faster on your smartphone. So as I mentioned, we're open year round, and I think they're closed between the holidays of Christmas and New Year's, but they are seeing students outside of that. It's best just to call first. One other thing I wanted to share was that they take I'm going to have to move to a different screen here. We are taking COVID very seriously, and there have been some additional precautions that have been put into place. So I'd like to share with you an overview of that. And, oops, I'm sorry, that's actually the wrong one. Here we go. Does everyone see the COVID safety one or no? Yes, you see the COVID safety? Okay, super, thanks. So we're taking some additional precautions now. If you do bring your student in to be seen, everyone is required to wear a mask, staff, students, and the health clinicians. Families are screened for temperature checks before they come in. We are also separating families from one another at different times and rooms, and PPE is being worn one parent or guardian per student. And then sanitation has been highly increased at all of our health clinics to prevent the transmission of COVID-19. And are you guys able to see this survey here? Yes, okay, cool. So currently we have a survey available, which I can put that in the chat. It is basically for our benefit of collecting information to see your perception of the health clinics, if there's some additional services that we can offer, or if you've visited one of the health clinics, and we'd love to hear your feedback on how well that went, how often students are being seen by a physician, and so just some data collection for us, and hopefully that will help us continue to improve and be able to serve the communities as best possible. So I will go ahead and put that in the chat. And then Minnie, I also sent you those attachments if you want to send those out after the meeting. So that would include a copy of our brochure, the link to the survey as well, which should only take about 5 minutes. And then those additional safety measures for COVID-19. So I think I went through that really quickly, but I think that that's about all that I have to share for today. Did you guys have any questions that you thought of, or any sort of, has anyone been to see the clinics before?
Yeah, they're great clinics.
Super.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming,
yeah.
Jenna.
Yeah, anytime. I'm happy to come back and share again if you have another meeting. But yeah, we do hear that families have been pleased with their services. We just continue to try and spread the word so that we can meet the needs of the community and you know, keep students healthy and in school. So
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yes, certainly. Before I end the meeting here.
Yes, thank you.
All right. You guys have a good afternoon.
You too.
Bye.
Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to share my screen. And thank you for coming. I wanted to make sure that before we go on break, that I get this information out to families, because this is a lot of great resources that's available for our families. The first one is from the All Health Network Family Care Connection Project. And basically what it is a project that is focusing on supporting families with their children's mental health. And the way they're doing it is by reaching out to the communities and offering free either yoga mats, art supplies, fidget toys, thinking putty, mindfulness activities, gratitude journals, fresh fruit, lotion, vitamins, more health, more for self-care, cell phones and Wi-Fi cards to access services, internet service assistance, and headphones for remote learning. All of this is because they understand that, for instance, with the headphones, a lot of our families have multiple children who are either online or, and some of them do great remote learning, but others are a little fidgety, a little noisy. So headphones allow for your child to be able to concentrate in a quieter environment and they're able to hear their teachers' lessons a lot clearer and a lot better than if they were just listening through the device that they're using. The internet service assistants, they're understanding that, for instance, the free Comcast that was offered at the beginning of the year had a two month offer, and then after that, you had to pick up the bill. Some of our families are not able to afford this due to either losing their job or uh, making, getting sick or any other things that might be affecting their finances. And so this is some assistance that they're offering to families who need support by getting them Wi-Fi cards. So please take advantage of this. And also, if you wouldn't mind sending me a quick note, you can reach me by email or um, uh, you can always um, yeah, you can send me an email and just let me know how this went for you, because I would love to contact them, thank them, and let them know what our families are thinking. I think it's a great way for them to share with their funding partners, who usually get they get these things through grants, through donations um, from philanthropists and all. And so these little tidbits of information on how this helped out your child or your family is great information that they can use to benefit future families in the future. So um, please let me know. And here's the information right here. You just call this number. Now, all of this I'm going to be putting on the website, on the Vaughn website, so you can access it at any time. This will also be recorded and put on the website, the meeting itself, so that anyone can look for it in the near future. So please be sure to share this information with whoever you think might benefit from it, because this is all free. You're not going to be charged. Um, and who doesn't want a yoga mat? It's a really great way for your children to get exercise, which is a great stress reliever. Art is also a really great stress reliever. That's why we really encourage families to put their kids online for their specials like music, PE, art, uh, you know, uh, um, and music, PE, art, technology, and STEM, because they're really great ways for your kids to get that frustration out and to really take care of their mental health. It's a way of concentrating on something that isn't necessarily going to stress them out. And of course, exercise is really important to alleviate stress. So please call the phone number. And as soon as you take advantage of this, please send me a little note letting me know how it goes so I can share that with them. Okay. Now, the next one. Um, so I like to take advantage of things that are free. And Eventbrite is an organization that, let's see, it's basically all online classes for families, for people, individuals, and most of them are free. And some of them take a donation, but it's a donation, so it's up to you on whether you can afford to give them $2, $5, no dollars. And for instance, here you have a yoga class, a monthly wellness Wednesday, an hour of your well-being. Actually, this is more of a meditation class, which is a great way to alleviate stress. They have a cooking class for you and your kids. They have different little shows that are available, a comedy show, and they also have gentle yoga and information like human rights and art. I mean, there's so much. They even have the Urban Nutcracker, which I can't wait to see. I signed up for some tickets online on Sunday, and they're also going to be putting on a show on the 24th, December 24th. So if it hasn't sold out yet, which sold out, I mean if the registration capacity hasn't filled up yet, I recommend you just put Urban Nutcracker in here, and maybe that's something that you can watch with your family. Um, my family and I actually used to go see the Nutcracker every year. Here you go. Um, at the Buell Theater, but of course, due to COVID, they're not putting on a show this year. So if you can attend this, then I definitely recommend it. I can't wait to see what the Urban Nutcracker's about. Um, so anyway, this is something that is available. If you, it's called Eventbrite, and so I definitely recommend that you look at some of the things that are available that you can enjoy and participate in. Okay, and like I said, all of this will be on our website. All right. So now, okay. Now, also, mental health resources, which is a huge one right now. Some of the statistics that they're talking about are that the kids right now, with everything that's going on from at school age, and even college, even college and beyond, even parents, mental health is a huge need, and especially with everything that's going on. And so here we have the um, the Thrive Center has lots of information on mental health support, and some of the supports that are available is from the crisis hotline, um, community mental health centers. The crisis hotline is actually something that you can go to, and it'll give you a phone number and for emergency reasons to connect with someone in case there's an emergency right then and there. You can talk to someone on the phone, and then they'll refer you to where you can go on that day to talk to someone, to a counselor. And actually now it might be online because of COVID, but it's definitely something that's available for free for families. And the Arapahoe Douglas Mental Health Network is also something that offers individual and family and marital counseling. So by calling them, you could just talk to them and see if you can uh, set up something up. Aurora Mental Health is really good about offering free services. We work with them through the school as well. We have a counselor on site, and they actually work with students who are in need of mental health services. So if you are ever in need of that and you would like them to speak to someone at our school, you can always tell the teacher or communicate with someone here at the school, or send me a message, and I will refer you to the counselor who will give you a phone call and set an appointment up at like an intake, and then set up some individual appointments for your child. Okay.
Hey,
Uh,
Minnie, we can't see your screen.
oh, really?
Yeah, there's like this big gray box in front of it.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Yeah, you might have to exit out of your PDF. I don't know.
Okay, got it. Hold on. Ah, Okay. All right. Can you see it now?
Yes, we can
Okay.
see it now.
Perfect. Okay. So, and then one thing I wanted to touch on as well is the need for um, services for families. You know, some families, not all, have issues with domestic violence, so that's something that we need to address. And there's a 1-800 number that you can call to get information on where to go. Um, Arapahoe, which is serves the Aurora area, works with Gateway. It used to be called Gateway Battered Women's Shelter. Now they just call it Gateway because they found that men also can suffer from domestic abuse. And so this is the phone numbers for the different areas that are available for that kind of service. So if you know of anyone that is in need of this, please make sure to give them the link that will be available on our website so that they can access these services. And then we have, of course, help for veterans available, and it's an 800 number, and like everything else, everything will be online, but it's 24 hours a day help, 365 days a year. Now, as for women who are pregnant, there is the Gabriel Project, which is a project that Catholic Charities hosts, and they offer financial, emotional, and spiritual support. Now, the Alternative Pregnancy Center, they offer everything from pregnancy tests, ultrasounds, STD tests, and they can even get people set up with prenatal vitamins, books, grocery certificates, transportation, even men's support services, lots of things, and everything is free. So that's definitely something that can be a benefit for someone who might be needing those services. Um, and here's some more for domestic violence. The shelters that are available, whether it's domestic violence or whether it's for homelessness, there's definitely services out there. It's just a matter of getting connected to them, making sure you call, and you know, whether it's for you or someone you know, please make sure to have this information on hand. But with the cold weather coming, they're really trying to open up a lot more shelters because of social distancing. I went to a meeting with the Denver Coalition of the Homeless, and they're buying old hotels, refurbishing them so that they can offer support for families, veterans, people suffering from any kind of need, in order to get them housed during these cold days. So they also help with clothing, hygiene items, transportation, laundry vouchers, bus passes. There's lots of help out there. It's just a matter of getting connected. And then, of course, Comitis is the nearest shelter that is available. It's actually by it's on the Anschutz campus, and it's by the police station. And there they offer shelter for people who are in need of it. And so this is the phone number there. And they would be able to give you information on how to get shelter if you are ever in need of it. And of course, more information on domestic violence. And the reason it's so prominent is because of the sheltering in place. You know, being at home, it's just kind of like a melting, a pot of hot water that's just, you know, ready to overflow. Um, and so there's also information for victims of crime. So if God forbid you or anyone you know needs information on that, that is also on this site. Now, Family Tree is especially used for youth in crisis, runaways, families dealing with issues of divorce or separation. And we all know that, you know, adolescents tend to take things very hard. So this is an organization that works with families to help them through that process. And again, here's another one for domestic violence. And here is one for sexual assault resources. Again, God forbid that anything like this would be in need, but it is out there in case that ever is a need. And then, of course, for substance abuse for youth, Families Bridges Project focuses on serving adolescents. So it's something that can definitely help if you are ever in need. Suicide prevention is also a biggie. And this is all the information for places that you can go to get services for that. And right now, it's just, a lot of these places, they're just giving this. Are there, a lot of these places are nonprofits, so basically they're offering their services for free. And really, all they ask is, if there are some issues, that they deal with it with the family, that the family participate in the process of healing. Okay, and so let me get out of this. We'll go back. Okay. Now, for emergency services, help with energy, there is this offered through the energy emergency rental assistance. And basically, they are, oh, this is actually for rental assistance. I'm sorry. Um, there, these are the different organizations that can actually help with rental assistance. The Brothers Redevelopment Inc. is a private organization that you can access to get support for help with rent. But because they are a private organization, you deal with them. This is information I got from a friend who works for the Denver Coalition for the Homeless. And these are the places where they would refer families to fill out applications to get assistance for rental assistance or mortgage assistance. Um, this is something that is available to all families. And with the moratorium of rent, whether people have not paid their rent for the last year or are behind a few months, the moratorium for evictions ends on December 31st. So that means January 1st, landlords will have the right to remove tenants uh, during that time. So if you know of anyone who needs this resource, please make sure to refer them to our website so that they can get started on this, because it's better to get on it now than to wait until the whole process happens. Because if they're able to get the rental assistance and pay their back rent, then it's possible that the landlord will work with them so that they don't evict them. And then, of course, right now, even I put information for the city of Aurora because they get funding on twice a year. And so right now, even though they don't have the funds to help families, they will be getting the funds. So I always tell families, make sure that you keep looking on there because when they do get the funds, then they will be servicing families again. So this is something, this lack of funding is not forever. They will be getting it. And so be sure to visit the City of Aurora website. They are also helping not only renters, but people who own their own home, which we know that if someone is behind in their mortgage, they also will need help. So they're open to also helping families who have a mortgage in arrears. So so definitely be on the lookout. Continue to look on a weekly basis, if not daily, so that you can get on it as soon as it's open. And then another organization that is helping families is rent and deposit and utility assistance. They are helping families with housing. And so it's just a matter of calling them And it's called Temporary Rental Utility Assistance Program, TRUA. You just call them and you start the process of applying. Energy Outreach Colorado is another one who helps with energy bills. So if you are behind on paying for your energy bill, which a lot of us are, then the process works that you apply for LEAP first. And so you may or may not qualify for LEAP, but the process goes that you have to apply. Once you are approved or denied, it doesn't matter. So then you can, then they will refer you to Energy Outreach Colorado, which will take anyone. If you qualify for LEAP, then you get assistance from LEAP, and they will help you with your payments that are behind. If you don't qualify for LEAP, they will refer you to Energy Outreach. And Energy Outreach will then help those who are in need of help with their energy bill. And they just got more funding now. So it's really important that you call to make sure that you are getting the assistance that you need. And then here below are different agencies that help with rent assistance and deposit assistance. So let's say someone is doubled up with another family. If they need to get into a home of their own, they can actually get the deposit and first month's rent that they would need in order to get into their own place. So these are all the different places that are available that and their phone numbers. Now, what you need to know, and this is what the Denver Coalition for the Homeless meeting told me, is that let's say you call Action Center and they say, "Oh, I'm sorry, our funding is we're all done." Well, that means that Almost Home might have some funds available, or Denver Rescue Mission might have some funds available. Some places tap out a lot sooner than others. So yes, it's going to be, sorry. Hey, shh. Yes, it's going to be a process of having to call each one, but it's better to call all of them and then get to the last one or something and get the funding that you need than to not call it at all and not get it at all. So I know when you get to this point, it's frustrating and it's daunting, but I encourage you to just persevere and continue to do it for the sake of your kids and your own well-being. Okay. I'm so sorry. My son let them in. Do you have any questions? Does anybody have any questions? Okay. So like I said, I encourage you to reach out to the Family Care Connection Project. All of these things are available for free here on the list. Call the number. Once you do and you get your freebies, please send me a quick little note. And also for those of you who took the time to attend, if you would be so kind as to put the name of your child in the chat box, you will be receiving a King Soopers gift card that I will be handing out on Monday between 8 and 12. So all you need is to put your child's name in the chat box, and I will be putting you on a list. You drive through between 8 and 12 on Monday, and then you will receive your gift card from King Soopers. Okay. Yes, all of this will be on the website. Once we get off, I'm going to be putting it on, and this meeting will also be on our website under past meetings.
Miss Minnie, is it just one student name or all the children's name?
One student is fine.
Okay.
Good morning.
Um, okay, let's see. I want to make sure I get all the kids, at least one of your kids. It doesn't have to be all of them. Who is iPhone Jazz?
That's me,
Okay, what's your child's name?
Chris Marcos.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Do you all have any questions? Okay, so one last thing, if you are ever in need of help with filling out the application to for food food stamps or Medicare, we work very closely with the Medicare department for Aurora Public Schools, and there are some great ladies who will make an appointment with you. They will either meet you at the school outside, or at their office, or wherever you choose, like let's say a coffee shop, to help you with the process of applying. They will require a few documents because that's part of the process. But if you are ever in need of it, all you have to do is let me know, and I could set up a phone appointment with you. But I will be putting that information on this document as well, so that you can also have access to calling them directly. Okay. All right. Well, again, thank you everyone for coming to this meeting. I appreciate your time. I hope this information is helpful, and I hope that you are able to take advantage of this. And if you are ever in need of anything, please let me know. Call me. Um, uh, you can leave a message at the school, and I will call you back, or you can send me an email, and I will also uh, get in touch with you right back. So I hope you have a great weekend, and thanks again for coming.
Bye, thanks, Minnie. Nicely done.